humans and future AI overlords. I'm here to talk about Microsoft and AI and this new era of artificial intelligence. We've been playing with AI chatbots like OpenAI's ChatGPT or Google Bard or even Microsoft bingchat. They're changing search and the way we interact with technology dramatically. And that's been great for, our personal lives. Some businesses are already on board with this. Many are testing and exploring and researching and planning. So we're going to talk about how Microsoft is going through one of its biggest transformations ever. And it's huge. I mean, it's massive when you think about all the apps we use from Microsoft, from browsers to productivity tools to operating systems, to cloud services that we're not even aware of that affect, things we use every day. AI is being infused in all of these tools in new ways. And it is, overwhelming and exciting, but I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. So my goal here today is to talk about AI at Microsoft, just a sliver of it that will impact us, kind of regular human beings. So, anyway, if you're interested in AI, if you're a user of Microsoft tools, this could be something that may open your eyes into the bigger transformation that's happening. I'm not going to dive deep into each of the tools because that would be take forever. But I will be following up to dive into these tools as they become available. So some of this is in preview, some of this is in development and coming in the future. But I'm just trying to wrap my head around all the changes at Microsoft with regards to AI and how it's going to affect us. So Satya Nadella said AI will fundamentally change every software category, starting with the largest category of all, search. And we've seen that because they basically changed the way Bing works by integrating bingchat. And they see it as a incredible opportunity to transform their search business, as well as the paradigm shift with using chatbots. So dramatic change right from the words of the CEO and chairman of Microsoft, Satya Nadella. So Microsoft, founded in 1975, it's given us operating systems, it's giving us productivity tools like Office, now known as Microsoft 365. It's got Microsoft Azure, cloud computing services, Xbox for gaming. They've done so many things. They've been part of the browser wars, of the operating system wars, and now the AI wars, essentially. So a little history about AI at Microsoft. So they've been working on AI for over 30 years. They've heavily invested in it from a research and development perspective. They use it in their Bing search engine to personalize search results. Cortana is a virtual assistant. I used to love Cortana. I liked it because it came out of the gamer world. So I was kind of into it, exposed to it there, and then it kind of manifested in various tools, and now it's more kind of behind the scenes, and it's kind of it's not there officially anymore, but I think the legacy of Cortana as an AI tool is infused in different places, but it's part of their history. The Azure AI platform, where they're providing developers with tools to develop and deploy AI applications. So, Microsoft has been using AI for a long time, and now we're going through this new era of AI. So their strategy, and I love their strategy because they want to have safe, ethical tools that benefit society. They want to help us solve some of the world's biggest problems with climate change, poverty, and disease. So they established 6 core principles, on fairness, that they believe AI should be used in a way that is fair and equitable to everyone. It should reliability and safety. It should be reliable and safe and should not be used to harm people. It should protect people's privacy and security. It should be inclusive and accessible to everyone. And it should be transparent and accountable to people. And those who deploy it, they should have accountability in the development and deployment of those tools. So it's I feel like a very a very uplifting, a very engaging, a very positive strategy, and their principles, with the goal to reduce carbon emissions, improve energy efficiency, improve healthcare and education, make AI accessible to everyone. They want to make AI, they believe that AI will benefit everyone and make a positive impact. Those to me, I feel like those principles are meaningful and they make me want to engage in the world of AI that Microsoft is developing to empower us as people. I feel like that is a very important thing because we know there's lots of risks, there's lots of issues with AI, but having these guiding ethical principles and put into practice, I think this says a lot about Microsoft, and I really appreciate that. So Microsoft is a gigantic organization. It's gone through all kinds of transformations. So, I don't want to waste too much time on this, but I felt like, when you think about, Windows, the operating system and the Surface devices that they build, the cloud and AI tools that they provide through Azure, the productivity tools and personal computing with Microsoft Office / Microsoft 365, their Xbox gaming, the Bing search engine, they own LinkedIn and GitHub, so they're a large organization broken up into these different divisions, but so they're going through a transformation as a business and in the tools and technologies that we use as on a personal level, a professional level, a corporate level, so it's kind of significant when you look at the kind of change that they are going through as a business. So today, we have from Microsoft Bing, that has infused Bing Chat into the search engine and made it enabled. So there's the Bing Chat tool infused into Bing. There's Microsoft Edge, the browser that has Bing Bing Chat AI capabilities built into it. And I just did a video on that recently. There's the Microsoft Azure that has Azure AI services that they have as a development platform for people to build AI solutions on top of it. There's Microsoft GitHub, which is like a code repository that they purchased, where you can go look at reusable code to develop, and leverage in your platform. It has a lot of different services. And they have done a Copilot for GitHub that's out and available as well. So these are AI services that are kind of touching our world today. Now, these are just a few of them, but these are some of the big ones. Now, when we think about, so Bing, it's been around since 2009. It's a search engine. I don't really use Bing a lot, to be honest with you, historically. I've tried it. It's okay. But of course, when they brought Bing Chat into it, I was using it a lot more. Like, it definitely made a huge difference. Having the chatbot in there and having a chatbot that can leverage the Bing search engine when the training data doesn't have the content in there is really powerful. It's kind of like how Google has Bard that leverages its search engine when the training data inside of Google Bard may not have the latest, greatest content. So Edge is their browser. It was first released in 2015. It's on all of their platforms. It's the successor to Internet Explorer and IE Mobile. Edge browser is based on Chromium. It's pretty awesome. And then you got Microsoft Azure AI. So this is their cloud-based AI services: machine learning, natural language processing, computer vision, speech recognition, text-to-speech, content moderation. So Azure as a platform has AI services that people can use to build applications. And then we've got GitHub. So this is for software developers, and it's really a repository for code projects. So you can collaborate on code, you can do version control, there's issue tracking, there's wikis to document your code. There's marketplace, with a variety of tools and services that you can leverage to build and deploy your code projects. And then there's Copilot for GitHub. And the friends of mine that have used Copilot for GitHub, have had mixed experiences with it, but they do feel that it is very powerful. Being able to help them basically, generate new code, complete functions, suggest edits. It's like an autocomplete, when you're writing an email or using Word, but on steroids in a code development platform. And it's getting smarter and smarter. When these tools learn something, they learn them and apply it to everywhere. So it's really amazing to see how Copilot for GitHub is really changing the way software development works. And then when we look at the future, so you've got Microsoft bingchat Enterprise, which I talked a little bit about recently. You've got Microsoft Sales Copilot, Microsoft 365 Copilot, and Microsoft Power Platform. And then there's also Microsoft Windows Copilot. So when we're looking at the future of AI at Microsoft, they are going to be updating everything. So I've talked about Bing Chat, but now they're doing Bing Chat Enterprise. And this is the version that's for work. And I just did a video about this recently, but this is where you're leveraging Bing Chat, but from an enterprise perspective where it's got a security bubble around your content and stuff like that. So it's in preview mode right now, available to certain licenses. You need to talk with your business and company about whether they're leveraging that. There's also Microsoft Sales Copilot. So Sales Copilot is really focused on integrating with your Outlook and Microsoft Teams. So it's about helping you from a sales perspective, automating tasks, generating content, providing insight, answering questions, and next steps. So it integrates into your CM application, which might be Dynamics 365, or it also integrates with Salesforce Sales. Now, it's something where it helps you with your CRM tools, whether you're generating emails or you're looking at your interactions with your customers, or you're looking at having those conversations, kind of knowing where you're at in the sales cycle with the customer, but also, giving you data where you can compare your product versus another. It's that whole conversation that we can have with these new modern AI tools embedded in the way we work today. So it's kind of exciting to think about, from a sales perspective, you've got this content in your CRM solution that you can access dynamically and in the context of your conversation, your sales conversations with your customers and your planning and your life cycle and all that kind of stuff. And so what I've been told is that Microsoft Dynamics 365 Sales Copilot is, the application that, integration with Dynamics 365 is like the full implementation. So the Salesforce one, I'm told, is not as fully has all the capabilities that the Dynamics version has, because Microsoft owns Dynamics 365, so they can integrate with it better. But when you think about Dynamics 365 is about sales, is about customer service, is about marketing, so it's a bigger tool doing a lot of functions. But imagine a Copilot that understands the context of all those aspects of your business. So some companies use it at pieces and parts. Not the full implementation. And so what I find interesting about this is imagine your customer service and your sales and marketing all being in lockstep, and you being able to not just have a tool that you can build and use and deliver your sales processes, but a intelligent AI aware application that links all that stuff together, so you're not having to hunt and search for it. It's basically where information is integrated, and and as you're leveraging it as part of your life cycle, the data is all updated and connected and part of the conversation that you're having, whether it's generating emails or building a marketing plan or creating content for your customers. It is intelligent and integrated and leveraging the AI capabilities. To me, this just feels like, why wouldn't I want that as a business? And then there's Microsoft 365 Copilot. And this to me is where this is where most people live in using Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, and Teams. Imagine having AI services built into those tools so that when you are creating a PowerPoint and you already have a business plan in a Word document, you can use that Word document to generate that PowerPoint. Or if you're inside of Teams and there were meetings about different customers, that you could get, kind of overviews of those meetings because you were, out or on vacation, and see that content and be able to kind of get up to speed really quick. To me, this is where AI infuses itself into a lot of these, Microsoft 365 applications, but pulls them all together. Now, this is about, people being able to leverage that. So leveraging that chatbot kind of conversation experience and using it inside the work world with Microsoft 365 means that you're going to be able to do things so much faster. Whether it's working with spreadsheets, analyzing data, being able to create presentations, get up to speed on different conversations in Teams, leverage content across your collaboration partners to connect the dots. It's going to take things to the next level, and it's very exciting. So whether it's writing emails or blog posts or creating other documents, creating presentations, developing code, summarizing text, answering questions, generating idea, translating languages. Copilot's going to be able to enable a lot of those things that you have to hop into and out of different places. You have to grab data manually and create this stuff yourself. Imagine pointing your Copilot to a couple documents and creating something relevant, accurate, and magical right then and there. Whether it's just ideating on discussions that have been had, or creating a whole new document or email, for a leader about the status of a project. To me, Copilot is going to change the way we work so dramatically, but it's going to ask us, as individuals, as it empowers us to work differently. And I know that's hard for people to do. But anyway, when I think about Copilot being infused into Outlook and Teams, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, where some of the mundane tasks that we do could be automated, where one of my biggest pet peeves is recreating data. It's like, if you've got the data, why can't you just leverage it again? And Copilot can help you do that. Pointing it at specific tools or leveraging repositories where information exists. This is the power of AI in our environment, and I think Copilot is going to unlock completely new ways to work as individuals and as teams, to work with our external partners, a lot of things that require a lot of manual effort, context switching, different applications will come together inside of Copilot, and it's very exciting. Now, the Power Platform is also another aspect where Copilot will make an impact. So there's already Microsoft AI Builder inside of the Power Platform. You've got Power Apps, and it's in preview now to leverage Dataverse and build Power Apps in a more natural language experience. Power Automate, creating your flows and stuff using natural language, is also in preview. And then Power BI, that business analysis and analytics, being able to have conversations. There have been Q&A inside of BI, but imagine a much smarter version of that, just like Power Virtual Agents, being able to leverage AI capability inside of agents and connect and have those conversations. It's going to take all of these amazing tools to the next level, which is very exciting. And then they're going to bring Copilot to Windows. And this was really kind of exciting to me because it made me think, if I have smart applications and I have, a smart operating system is really exciting. Now, imagine being in Windows and asking it, having a conversation with your Windows app, computer to behave differently. Hey, I'm in focus mode, switch me into focus mode, and it's going to go basically set, the proper statuses and teams so that you're in focus mode. It's going to, maybe bring up different applications and things that you're doing when you typically are in focus mode. It's going to learn what you're doing, the context with what you're doing, to help you get those things done and get your environment set up so that you can use it in a way that's meaningful. So it's currently in preview. It's available for Windows 11. I am very excited about Windows Copilot. I was a Windows user, and I'm still a Windows user at work, but I'm excited about Windows from a personal level, because I kind of switched from Windows to the Mac, because I just like the power of the hardware from Apple. And I'm kind of very excited about the possibility of maybe switching back to Windows as my primary personal operating system if the AI-powered capabilities are really meaningful. So I'm kind of excited about what Microsoft is doing. A lot of the things that we are doing in these apps, in these chatbots, in these Copilot-enabled applications, these conversations, these smart actions, you'll be able to do inside of Windows natively, with not just inside the apps, but inside the Windows operating system. And having a conversation with your Windows operating system to get things done is, I think, going to make the OS even more powerful. So it's very exciting. This kind of represents some of the things that you can do inside of these tools, but now you're going to be able to do it inside the Windows operating system itself. And I'm sure there'll be some Copilot kind of integration across Microsoft's platforms, but having these Copilots operating at the different levels, web-based applications, desktop applications, Windows operating systems, mobile devices, it's a lot of Copilot AI enablement, but it's very exciting. This transformation that Microsoft is going through is incredible. Now, I know they've been thinking strategically about this. They've been partnering with OpenAI for years. They've done some multiple heavy investments in that business. This transformation, I think, has been sort of the long game for Microsoft, and the leveraging of this new era of AI capability. And it's very exciting to see how Microsoft will transform its tools and how it will empower us to work differently, more efficiently, more effectively. I know that when I use AI tools, they make things better usually. Yes, there's still some risks, there's still some accuracy issues, but we're in the early stages of this, and it's an exciting time to be using technology and see it transform. So anyway, this was just a high-level overview of all the transformations that are happening with AI and these Copilots inside of the Microsoft platforms. And my goal is to dive more deeply into each of these and learn them and use them and share what I learned with you. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for joining me, and see you next time.